guys, and welcome to another video. So we have a handful of things to get through in this one. Just a few updates from transfer rumours and news and stuff like that. And also the new release date for the Sunderland Till I Die Season 3 documentary, where you might actually catch myself on it. But either way, we'll get into it. Firstly, we have a little bit of, I guess, negative news, but I don't know whether it's just been somewhat blown out of proportion. So there has been a big headline this evening about a certain Amad Diallo. Now, Diallo did say, or it has been heavily rumoured from his camp, that if he was to drop down to the Championship to go on loan again, his preference would be Sunderland. So, of course, we've always thought that if he's going to drop down and get a loan from Manchester United and it isn't in the Premier League, we always thought it would be us. But Nixon, who, of course, is a big journalist on Twitter or X, he has released an article this evening suggesting that Middlesbrough are the front runners for this deal, because apparently, the way it's worded is Middlesbrough are winning the race. But then when you actually read, it does say that Middlesbrough are willing to put the most money towards his wages, which to me doesn't necessarily mean they're winning the race. It just shows that they're more almost compliant with what Manchester United might want. Because if you think, he was bought for a lot of money. What was it, like 40 odd million, something like that, just 2-3 years ago, or whatever it was. And the wages in the Premier League, I think because we've been in the lower leagues so long, we forget how much they are. He'll be on like 70k plus a week, maybe 100k. Can you imagine that? Well, Sunderland aren't paying that. I can't imagine any Championship side wanting to pay that either. So it'll be a certain percentage. And no, I wouldn't be opposed our club saying, I'm not paying 50k a week or 70k. Do you know what I mean? If we don't simply have that money, that is Premier League wages. So it depends, and for me, just because, like I said, Middlesbrough might be willing to pay 60% of his wages or 40% or whatever it is, and if that's more than everyone else, that doesn't necessarily mean that, okay, that means it's a done deal to them, because Amad has to make a choice himself. Do you think that Amad would have a choice? It's not just a case of, right, sold to the highest bidder and then you have to go there. With a loan deal, that's a very important one for him. But, as I say, I don't know whether I'm just trying to tuck this rumour out of existence and, knowing our luck, I'm going to say all this, and then by the end of this video, we're going to see Amad with a Boro scarf picture imminently, which should kill me off. But that is a big rumour at the moment, which I'd be gutted. I won't lie, I'd be gutted. Not just because it's Boro. If it was anyone else, as Southampton are heavily linked with them as well, you'd almost understand it a little bit more, giving maybe a better chance of getting back to the Premier League at first time of asking, maybe. But I think because with his ties with us, it would hurt just playing against him at all, against another Championship side, given his supposed loyalties towards us. And of course, he's an absolutely class player. And if it is there, and the option is there, like KLD, anyone else, everyone else involved at the club, please go for it, man. And do not try and, penny pinch and think, we can save a couple of K if we maybe don't go for Diallo, but we go for this lad who's, way off the pace in terms of comparison to Diallo. We'll save a bit of money. He's an exciting youngster. He's proven Diallo in this league. He's proved it for us. He can do it. If the option is there and he wants to come, please just give and do what needs to be done to get him over the line. Please, lads. Please, I beg. It fucking kill me off seeing him at another Championship club. But that is the rumour at the moment. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. But now in transfer news in favour or coming to Sunderland, there are a couple. There's lad from Notts County. He is currently the leading goal scorer in League 2, Notts County. He is Macaulay Langstaff. He scored 20 goals in League 2, top goal scorer, as I say. Last season, when Notts County did get promoted, I think he scored 42 goals in 46 games. So it'd be one of those players. I think he's like 26, 27 or so. And it does say, it suggests that they would be after about 1.5 million. For me, it's a difficult one, because I think before Notts County he played for Gateshead, and he's only really been playing professional football for the last couple of years. And granted, he is absolutely a player on the up. To score 20 goals in 26 games in League Two isn't an easy feat. To score 42 goals in the league below, like 46 games, is absolutely sublime. So he's gone up a level and he's still absolutely smashing it and showing the same, if not better, goal scoring form from the year before when they got promoted. I think County, they've just lost their manager as well, so maybe there's a bit of disruption there and they need to cash in a little bit. I don't know what the situation is at all. I'd be pretending to know I did if I did. But yeah, for me, it's a difficult one. It'd be a massive gamble, but at the end of the day, it wouldn't be someone who we're like, oh, we don't know what they bring. This lad is just goals, and that's what we need. And yes, again, you could argue it's League Two, and I know I'm the same, but there's no one else out there. How many times are we linked with someone, and 99.9% of our fan base on Twitter or X, they go straight to the Wikipedia page and go, oh, but he's only scored 10 goals in the last 2 seasons. That means he's utter shit, and they write players off. Now, we've got a player here who scored 42 goals in 46 games, granted in a lesser league, but then he's gone up a notch. Halfway through the season, he scored 20 goals already. And so, would it be that bad of a deal? Do you know what I mean? If we did pay like $1 million for him to see what he could do, I know very little about him, but if people, like a lot of people do go off, they go off how many goals are scored, a rich vein of form. He'll be surrounded by better players, with no disrespect to Notts County. He'll be surrounded by better players. If we can get any kind of service to a lad who is that much in form, would it be that much of a risk? It'd be a gamble I'd be willing to take, even if it is for $1 million or so, for a striker who is that in form. However, there is a lot of talk about several different clubs after that lad. Now, another striker we have been linked with is Shankland from up in Scotland. Now, we have been linked with him before, 2 or 3 years ago, I think it was. It was when we were in League One a couple of years. I think he was quite close with us. But with him, I'd be buzzing with it because I think he's a very, very good striker. He's a very clever striker. Like the look of him. However, I think Rangers and Celtic are both after him. And, if you're a Scottish lad yourself, you don't get much bigger than Rangers or Celtic. So it'd depend whether he does want to venture into England. Whether that would be the case, I'm not too sure. We'd have to see on that one. But again, it's all just rumours at the moment. So, Diallo, how would you feel with that? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, you've got Shankland potentially. You've got Langstaff potentially. I don't know about his background, by the way. I did see a couple of people say that he might be a Geordie. If that's the case, you can write that one off already. But either way, what do you think about those? But the last thing I nearly forgot then was the Netflix series, Season 3. It will be the season where we did get promoted from League One. So it's going to be a positive one anyway, but it has been announced to be February the 13th on Netflix. Now, I may feature on it. I have chatted with them, and they did ask to use a video that I put out years ago, and it's a very old video. I'd like to think I look a lot different, arguably better, since the video that they want to use. I think it's a Ross Stewart video, but it's from a long time ago. I look like shit. If I can remember correctly, I was actually hanging out my arse, but that picture might be on Netflix. But we'll see. Anyway, but let me know about everything I've mentioned in this video. How do you feel in the comments down below? Let me know. If you've enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. Take care. Stay jammy.